Welcome to my vlog, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I hope you're enjoying your holiday today. So without further ado, let's go out on an adventure today. So let's go. Okay, we are cruising. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do today. Maybe just go vlogging locally. But it seems like it's really quiet out there on the streets. I hardly see any traffic. Is anybody like leaving the city? Are they going anywhere far? Because I don't see too many people driving around right now, so that's good. Let me take a look at the freeway as I go over the overpass. Oh wow, the freeway is practically empty. But here's another stoplight, and we'll be back. Well, welcome to the vlog. It's Sunday. Wow, July 4th, like, went and gone real fast. And, surprisingly, I didn't see too many people, firing the fireworks or exploding these M80 bombs. So that was a good thing. I guess people just don't have the money to go out and buy fireworks. That's good, because I tell you, when those M80s start firing up and people start lighting those up, it makes it a difficult time to sleep, and it's also very dangerous if you're ever driving out in the nighttime. But I hope you had a great July 4th, and today's July 5th, Sunday, and we're out and about again. So let's start another adventure. Here we go. And we are back. We are cruising around in Filipino Town. Normally I don't like to go here because there's so much chismes. Well, if people don't know what I mean by chismes, it's a lot of rumors. Let me put it this way. Filipinos are very well known for that. Chismoso, rumors. Okay, now you know Filipino word. So we're going to go cruising a little bit. As you can see, Filipino Town is mostly Filipino. And I thought I'd maybe take you around and show you what's going on in the Filipino Town. Now, if I could get into the left lane, let's see. Okay. Try to get into the left lane. There you go. So, as I was saying, we are cruising in Filipino Town, and yeah, I try to avoid this place. I may come here maybe a few times just to eat. They do have some pretty good Filipino restaurants here. Jerry's Grill. Gee, I can't even remember. It's slipping my mind right now, but your standard Jollibees and Chowking, and you know, Chowking here in America, it's not my favorite. In the Philippines, it tastes a lot better. I don't know if the food that they serve over here in America is the recipes are different, so it doesn't taste the same. And one of the things is I noticed that it's not too popular. So, I mean, you know, I compare it to the Philippines, and it's really way different, the food. So, but I'm not one to argue when it comes to why we are hungry. And when I'm hungry, I'll take anything. I'm not a very picky person. But as you can see, to my right are some very expensive homes. $1 million. Why would anybody buy $1 million home? It's beyond me. The market here in the United States is pretty what's that word I'm looking for? Picky, finicky. Oh man, my mind is not working. But I mean, you know, you buy $1 million house, you'll be in debt for a long time. And it doesn't make sense for me to, well, you know how people are. People just would love to have a beautiful house, but the market here, the real estate market, is subject to changes. After a few years, the prices of homes go down, and real estate, well, way back, I don't know exactly what year it was, but the real estate market crashed. And some of these houses that were valued at over 700,000 went down in price. So a lot of people lost money on that. Their house devalued. So, and here we go again. We got another stupid guy. How could he get into an accident over here? Yeah, to my left, you probably can't see it, but some stupid guy is in the wrong lane. Maybe he just doesn't understand that you are driving in the wrong lane. You're bound to get hit by somebody, but yeah, I don't know what happened to the other car. I think the other car was, oh, maybe he just went into that lane because try to avoid this car over here. Ooh, this guy has a nice car, but it's smashed. You gotta be careful out there, everybody, because there are a lot of drivers out there. They're going too fast, and they're not watching what they're doing, and they really don't deserve to have a license. But here I am at Walmart. I've got to stop by here and buy something. And let's see if there's a lot of people here again, and that's what I hate, is the crowds. But Walmart is pretty cheap. Some of their stuff here is pretty inexpensive compared to other stores. The Walmart where I live at got trashed and burned, so it's going to be closed for quite a while. So I'm forced to go to these stores farther away, but I don't mind driving out here because since I'm here already, I thought I'd do some adventuring here at the Walmart store. No, if I could find a parking space. Oh yeah, there's plenty of parking here, guys. Alrighty. We'll be right back. We'll see you in a sec. Okay, well, welcome to the vlog. I had to stop by and get me a watch to pick up my $500,000 watch. Yes, I picked it up, $500,000. All right, so we're gonna have to celebrate for picking up my beautiful watch, solid gold. And let's see, yes, I'm very proud of my watch. Actually, I don't really like watches. I didn't want to buy one, but you know, sometimes I don't bring my cell phone everywhere I go and check the time. Like, it's really important for me to keep track of time. But let's go cruise by my well, not my favorite, but one of these Filipino restaurants, famous in the Philippines. But forgive me about the glare. There's a lot of glare out here today. I have no idea why my phone is... Hold on. Okay, we're back. So let's see what's going on here in Union City. There's actually a few restaurants out here that have tables set up outside, but it doesn't seem to be anybody eating there. So I don't know if the stupid governor again reversed his head and said no more eating outside, because the governor in California is a retarded. But here we are again. Let's check out and see if some of these restaurants are open. Please be patient, student driver. There aren't any classes for driving school open now. I don't know. Excuse me for my runny nose. But here we are. Union Landing, they call this place. There's a few restaurants out here. I don't see... Yeah, well, there's one here. Well, that's not really a table. Well, here's a table here. One or two tables here at this place. But here at the Filipino place, what's it? Tribu. There's nobody eating outside, even if it's they have some tables sitting outside. But over here at Fuddruckers, there's quite a bit of people eating outside. Well, not quite. I count about 9 or 10. So not much happening there as far as eating. Okay, we're gonna close this because of the sun. Okay, we're back. We are still in Union City cruising. We just passed by that Texas Roadhouse. That restaurant, that's one of my favorites. Actually, one thing they're really known for is their steaks, their burgers, and their ribs. And as I was driving by, man, I could smell the barbecue. Oh man, I'm hungry. But let me just check the freeway out. Well, the freeway isn't so busy. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, it is busy. I can see some people have gone out. Maybe not gone very far, but I'm sure that a lot of people have gone out driving and cruising like me. But it's just a wonderful Sunday today. And I thought I'd bring you guys over here to Union City. It's the Crown Plaza Hotel. I played there a few times. Now we're going west to Union City. This is a big city, actually. And one of the better communities out, I would say. But for years, Filipinos been moving in here. So proud of living in Union City, but you know, the last 5-10 years, man, the housing market is ridiculous. And if you're buying a house here for that $1 million price tag, or well, let me say that the houses start out at $700,000 here. So if you're buying that house and up to $1 million, it's a very scary risk of buying a house for that much, because the housing market is really kind of finicky here. The last few years, the prices have gone down. Then a few years, even longer than that, maybe 10 years, they had a market crash. The real estate market went down, and man, that was terrible, because you bought a house back then, the price of your house went down, and you lost. And you're trying to refinance. When you refinance your house, is when you try to get a lower rate and loan, because if your house is devalued, you definitely want to get a lower house payment. But the thing is, if you're trying to sell your house for what you originally paid for it, it's not happening. You're gonna lose money. But here we are in Union City on the west side. We just passed a couple of restaurants over there that had people eating outside, dining out. But you know, it's kind of sad though, because the bigger restaurants, they can do that. Now I'm not sure whether or not they were given a permit, or you have to have a permit to serve food outside. But a lot of these small businesses, oh, here's some expensive houses too. By the way, those houses that we just passed, expensive and really lousy. But you have a lot of communities here, like, I don't know if you can see it, like the Heritage Point here, and they're basically tract homes. They're all almost the same, with the same floor plans. They all look the same. They all have the same look inside and outside. So kind of like It's okay if you like a new house, but those are very, very expensive. And so we're driving up here, giving you a look at this part of town. You can't see it, but it's James Logan High School to the left. And even though, you know, this city is very expensive, and there's houses here that are very expensive, I've seen a lot of problems here in the high schools here. There's been a lot of violence, and I don't know if it's perpetuated by some Filipinos, but they used to have a lot of Filipino gangs around here too, and that's not good. But we're over here. There's a lot of small stores here, some shops. And this part is basically mostly Chinese people, Chinese stores here. Okay, we'll be back. To the vlog. Well, I'm cruising around here in Filipino town, Union City, and as usual, it's very quiet. You know, this would be really great to live in a city, a big city that is quiet. You don't have to worry about all the noise and stuff, and then all the traffic, and you don't have to deal with all of the just the overall quietness of living in a city or town is refreshing. But as I'm cruising around this area, I see there's a lot of commercial buildings here. A lot. And I see a lot of signs out on the near the sidewalk while I'm driving, and a lot of the signs say here, we are hiring. Wow. It's like getting to a point where what happened to the old workers that used to work at a lot of these companies? And there's like even in the inside of their window storefront, there's signs there, we are hiring. I guess a lot of people didn't want to go back to work until after July, because with the government giving everybody extra money, you're getting more money by the government by not working. But remember, by July, you do have to go to work. If you were given an opportunity to go back to work, even before July or in the beginning of July, and you refuse the job, the unemployment, they call it the EDD, they're going to cut you off. They're not going to give you any more benefits. So you're in a dilemma. A lot of people don't understand that, or just don't realize it. But of course, companies will have to report you. They will report that you no longer work for their company, and then when the EDD, the unemployment, sees that you were receiving benefits and you were required to go back to work, they may take back some of that money they gave you. And not to mention the fact that they'll cut you off for future unemployment benefits. So there's one of the things that you got to watch out for. If you are off work and you are being called back, you will not get unemployment, and they're getting really strict because that's a lot of money that the government is losing. And they may not get you right away, but I can guarantee when the government wants your money, they'll do just about everything. They'll put a lien, it's called a lien, on your bank accounts, on your next job. If you got another job, they'll take the money out of your paycheck. They'll do a lot of horrible things, so you better watch out, everybody. Be careful about that. If you got a chance to go to work, go back to work. So, anyway, we're cruising down here, and as you can see, it's kind of quiet here. It's a commercial district. Like I said, there's a lot of signs over here that says we are hiring. I wonder what kind of job those are. Maybe those are like low pay, but hey, you know, as long as you got a job, I mean, where I work, or where you work, or whatever choice that you want to do, unless you've got a skill. Okay, we're at the stoplight. Turn it off. Okay, we're back. Didn't know what's happening, but my phone wasn't working. Now we're back on track, and I'm sorry about the glare, but we are still here in Filipino Town, just cruising. And I'm just passing Jerry's Grill. Wow, is this place closed? Oh, it says business as usual, but no dining in. Yeah, it's open. Wow. They must have lost about 50% of their business. Let me get out of the glare. Okay, we're gonna have to turn around. We're gonna hit the sun again. But, like I said, oh, we're in the sun. All right, let me turn it off. We'll be right back. Okay, let me take you to one of my favorite restaurants here. I just love their food there. And what's very unique about this restaurant is they give you peanuts, and you can eat the peanuts while you're waiting for your table. So they got these big barrels of peanuts that you can munch on and snack on if you're waiting for your table. But wow, it's packed. There's quite a bit of people here. Interesting. Look at this. This is cool. This has always been a very favorite of mine's, a restaurant. It's called Texas Roadhouse. Wow, there sure is a lot of people eating outside here. I don't know if you see it. I would count at least 50 or 60 people, or 100 or more. Let's see if I can turn around. Wow, they've got at least, I would say, about 60 people there. Texas Roadhouse. Have you guys ever seen that movie, Roadhouse, with Patrick Swayze? That was a good movie. Excuse me while my nose. Wow, I see more people eating at Texas Roadhouse than I see at the Mexican restaurant. Let's cruise by there. I gotta watch my driving. It's kind of hard to drive and watch for potholes. I just earlier hit a pothole. It was huge. And here we are at Chevy's. Wow. There's a lot of people. It says open for dine-in. But I mean, they shouldn't say that. That's kind of misleading. They're not dining in, they're dining outside. Let's see if we can turn around here. Make a U-E. Filipino Jerry's Grill has room outside to set up tables, but they're not doing it. I guess they don't want to hassle with it. But let's go cruise by Chevy's one more time and see what's up. And you can't see what's going on outside. They've got the a wall that's blocking it, but people are definitely eating outside, and before you can get in, you gotta check in, and you gotta get sanitized. I count at least, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see how many people on this side. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I count about 20 tables there. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. It's nice to see that. Nice to see that, folks. When you have a restaurant that can provide food, I might even come back here. Okay, so we're out of here. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are again. So as I was driving around here in Union City, one thing I noticed that there's a lot of people selling fireworks. So I guess it's one of the few cities, or maybe the only city in my area that allows fireworks. Everywhere else, they don't allow it. You can't even buy it. But I still saw a few fireworks stands. People that are open and still selling. So that's interesting. And wow, some new buildings here. Looks like a new kidney center. Interesting. And if you can see right, we just passed it. That's the BART. That's the rail system we have here in the Bay Area. But we're entering now in going back to Hayward and hopefully get back home. And yeah, it's really different in Union City. The city is, I guess you would say, it's middle class and then upper middle class type of city. A lot of residential. And like I said, it's Filipino town. And as much as I can, I try to avoid the Filipinos. It's not that I'm prejudiced because I'm Filipino, but Filipinos are kind of strange when they see you. Well, not all. It's all about who are you? Where are you from? How much money do you make? What kind of job do you have? No, I'm just kidding. There's just stereotyping. But we're up here by the mission area in Hayward again, so getting pretty close to the cemetery and downtown Hayward, and then from Hayward we're gonna go home. But I don't know if you can see it way up there in the hills over there. A lot of the land is dry. So that could be quite dangerous if you're shooting fireworks, or if you're shooting any of those bottle rockets or any of those type of fireworks or firecrackers, because that stuff can burn really fast. Look how dry it is. It's pretty dry. But now we're heading down on Mission. And we'll be back. Okay guys, we're back. And we're just heading past the central Hayward, and mostly a lot of businesses over here and apartments. But once again, as I'm passing some of these businesses, I see signs here that help wanted. So there's no shortage of jobs. And when President Trump said that there are more jobs in America now, he's right. Although I think people are just not going back to their old jobs right now because they're trying to use up all their extra money the government's been giving them. And I'm sure that after July, they call it the economic stimulus money. And once that thing runs out, there's going to be a mad scramble of jobs again. And so there's going to be another instance where jobs are going to be hard to find. But right now, as I can see it, if you're really looking for a job, there are a lot of jobs. Restaurants, small businesses, and I'm sure a lot of these small businesses can't open when there's not enough employees. So that's another thing too. But as long as the government keeps telling us to don't go back to work or stay sheltered in, then these businesses can get back to normal and open. But yeah, I'm hoping things will get back to normal. I'd like to see places and restaurants and places like Lake Tahoe and Reno and Las Vegas open normally. Hopefully there'll be more places where we can see shows, live music, but that's gonna be a while, like over a year. They don't even have any discos. I mean, that's, if you ever go to Las Vegas, some of their entertainment there is world renowned and famous. The clubs out there, you know, they got resident DJs from all over the world, and just this year when I was there, just before the corona, I saw a lot of new venues of live music. Some of the big restaurants and casinos were having their lounges with live bands, so that was cool. Really cool. But that's going to be a while, so we'll just have to cross our fingers. So we're just passing Hayward. We're going home. San Leandro. I'm hoping to go a little bit farther out, but it doesn't make sense to go vlogging in other places when most of the stores are closed, and some of the places like what do you call that, parks or tourist attractions are closed. It doesn't make sense. But there's one place that I really wanted to go to, and that was the Jackson Rancheria. They have this unlimited lobster. All the lobster there you could eat for a really low price, $30. Imagine that. If you go over here and eat a lobster dinner, it's just one lobster dinner is going to cost you over $25. So if you go to that casino way out there going east, it's a casino called Jackson Rancheria. You can eat all you can eat lobster and sirloin steaks and roast. What do you call that? Oh man, I forget that. Roast beef, seafood, $30. Quite far from where I live, but yeah, it's a great ride up there. And then they also have some great name professional entertainers go over there to perform, but they've closed that, so I'm not sure when that's ever gonna come back. So we'll see. And if I do go over there, I'll try to vlog and show you some of the sights and scenes over there, because it's pretty neat out there. Driving up there to the Casino Way. But we are back in San Leandro, so I guess this is going to be it, because there's really not much to see here in my town and my city. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog today. And please like and subscribe. You know, at the bottom of my video is a red button. Press that. That's the subscribe button. So when you hit that, it'll tell you or notify you if I have some new videos coming up. But also it's important to do that, because when you get a lot of subscribers on YouTube, they pay you. They pay you some money. It's not a whole lot, but if you get a lot of likes and subscribers, they pay you quite a bit. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers over there that used to make a lot of money, but if you got to have at least, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers to even get considered to get monetized. They call it monetized, where every time you put a video, they give you a certain amount of money. And I'm hoping to do that and get some money too, because it ain't cheap vlogging. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. And please, I hope you enjoyed your day off and the 4th of July. And we hope to see you real soon for the next video. So take care. We'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, we were at a stoplight. I had to turn it off. But there was a Chinese market there. Oh, wow. That's interesting. There are a lot of Asians here in Hayward, but they, in this part of the city, you don't see too many Asian markets or any type of Asian or Chinese restaurants. So that's pretty interesting. But we're getting close to the middle part of Hayward City, near the cemetery. I was there earlier this afternoon, but we're heading in home. But oh, look at it! There you go again. See those things on the road? Those things. Why they built those things, I have no clue. Now look at the road here. You see the road? They don't have anything like those things on the side. The roads here are pretty wide. So why they did it on that side of Hayward and left this area alone, that's interesting. But if you could see it on my left, I don't think so. There were a few buildings that they are building around. I don't know if those are apartments or condos, because people really want to move here to Hayward now because it's still pretty reasonable, cheap to live here in Hayward compared to San Francisco. You could still get a apartment here for $2,000 for one bedroom, although that is pretty expensive. But when you figure in San Francisco it's $4,000, that's a lot more expensive. But see, they're building a lot of stuff here. If there's a vacant lot, they're usually going to build something like, I don't even know what this is going to be right here. I don't know if that's looks like Mission Heights or something. I don't know. Looks like another apartment complex. I'm sure it is. Housing is in demand, and these developers know that they could really rent or sell these condos for a lot of money. As you can see, housing or land here is like at a premium. I mean, if you want to buy a house here, it's going to be expensive, but the land here is pretty expensive, and it goes by really fast. Developers are buying land, especially in this area, because it's so centrally located to the public transportation. But so if you own any land here, you'd probably be a very wealthy person. You'd probably sell the land itself for a few million. And that's a Catholic school here on the right, Moreau. And here's the cemetery where my folks are buried. I try to come here every day, visit my family. There's a lot of Visayans here that are buried too, from Katmon, Cebu. Because years ago, I guess I should be proud of it, but my dad was one of the first persons to immigrate here to America. And a lot of his friends had doubts about coming here because, a lot of them don't have any family here. But coming alone here to America to seek fame and fortune was a scary thing. But my dad, he said, yeah, I got to try it. So he came over here and really struggled. He first started off in New York, but here's a cemetery here. And he didn't like it there and decided to move. It was too cold. Settled down in California, and after a few years of struggling, he did well. So there are really opportunities here in America, and that's why if you go anywhere here in America, I tell you, there are like hundreds of Filipinos living. There are even some Filipinos that are living in remote towns and places. And there was even one instance where I was driving in the middle of the desert going to Las Vegas, and I stopped at this small town that was hours away from the nearest big city, and I stopped in to buy gas and get something to drink, and the person working there was a tiny Filipina, and then I said, well, this person looks Filipino, and I was right. And this lady, oh man, it was funny though, because she actually came from Leyte, and she settled in this small town because her husband, they met each other in the Philippines and they settled out there. So yeah, it was quite an interesting story. But you'll see Filipinos everywhere. And you'll never have a shortage of Filipinos in the Philippines, because most Filipino families are big families. And when you have big families, sometimes you got to go out and become an OFW so that you can earn and support your family. But here's another building over here. Wow, I don't know what that is. It looks beautiful. Probably going to be another apartment. But like I said, any type of land here sells fast. And one of the things they do here is build houses. So we are in Central Hayward now, heading towards San Leandro. And I think it's time to go home. And so we'll be back. Well, that's the video for today, people. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. And please hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the video. And thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you on the next video vlog. Take care. Bye.
Don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. Trees inside of me. In this desert I can look at you with love. Seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow? will change.